What's happening, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays, and with me today, back by popular demand, off the Thanksgiving break. You were gone a lot. How many turkeys did you eat? You were gone forever. I've
Yeah.
got Sniper Wes.
Yeah, it was a little while, maybe a little bit too long. I was gone for 10 days. I was telling, my buddy who I went with, I'm like, it might have been a little too long. Maybe we should have just went for 7. But, got to hang out with some friends and family, do the Thanksgiving thing. And I am back in the saddle and I am ready to go.
Let's freaking go. Okay, so we're talking Thursday night football player props. It's Thursday, December the 4th, going down 8:15 p.m. Eastern, and it's on Prime Video. We are talking, of course, about the Cowboys at the Lions. Cowboys 6-5-1. Lions are 7-5. And we got the Lions as a small favorite at home, -3. It's a 54.5. I know you like to start our shows off with a total and then 4 player props. So lay it on me. Over or under 54.5.
Well, they say life is too short to take the under. So I'm going to listen to whatever degenerate said that back in the past. And we're going to take the over here, right? That's
Wasn't
not true.
that Kelly in Vegas? Wait a minute.
Life's not too short to take the under. I actually do take a lot of unders, but I'm going to take
I do too.
over.
And one thing I like about the under is you're winning from the beginning of the game. You're winning your bet until you're not anymore. Yeah. So I do like that.
It's like Yogi Berra once said, "It's not over till it's over." I didn't realize he was talking about sports betting when he said
right, that. Exactly.
But I like the over here. So it's set very high, 54.5. This might climb higher right at kickoff. I mean, it might be at 55.5, to be honest with you, because the public's going to be pounding the over.
Oh, yes.
But the Cowboys are 8-4 to the over on the season, and that's with very high totals because their totals are always in the high 40s, right? Sometimes the 50s. And Dallas, they have the number 1 offense in the league, 393 yards per game, number 1 in pass yards per game, number 2 in points, 29 points per game. Detroit is literally right on Dallas's tail in every one of those categories that I just mentioned. So you have 2 high octane offenses here. And I think we see an explosion. Keep in mind for the Lions, Terry and Arnold and their safety, Kirby Joseph, they are both out. That does not bode well for their secondary. And I think they will be exposed. The Cowboys defense, they have a bunch of injuries too. So I just like the over. Keep in mind, this game has a lot of playoff implications. Whoever loses this game will pretty much be out of the playoffs. So my point is saying that is I think it's a close game. I do think it's a high scoring game, but we could see overtime as well, which will lead to more points. So give me the over 54.5 between these two teams.
I love that. I always said that's so important to consider. So I'm glad that you mentioned it. I'm big in college basketball. I know you're big in all basketballs too, but that's kind of my jam. And man, overtime will wreck you. So y'all better look out there. Okay, so let's move in. We've got 2 quarterback props, and our first prop has 2 quarterbacks in it. Lay it on me.
Yeah, so we did this, earlier in the year. I remember, I think it was a Bengals and Steelers game. I think it was Aaron
Rodgers and
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, there it was. Yep.
So we took the combined passing yards for both quarterbacks to go over. That one hit, and it was plus money. I think that was like plus 150, if I remember.
Yeah, it was a good one.
But we are going to go Dak Prescott and Jared Goff to combine for over 550 plus passing yards. This is plus 120 at FanDuel, so we get a little bit of plus money. But I'm going to take a shot here. I think that one of these guys could pass for 400 yards in this game. It would probably be Dak if there were a 400-yard passer, simply because the Lions want to run the ball with Gibbs, right? Montgomery. They want to have a semblance of a running game. But, Dak in their 3-game winning streak, he's averaged 314 passing yards in the last 3 games, right? So why not? I think we got a good shot here. And, there is another prop. You can go over 600 yards for both quarterbacks at plus 230. Talk about some plus money, honey. But just for purposes of the video here, I'm going to go plus or 550 plus passing yards. You can still get plus, your 120 there. But, the 600 plus 230, it is a little tempting, especially if it goes to overtime. You never know. So
you could always throw a buck on it. Never hurts. I usually throw a buck on like the plus 2,500s, not necessarily the plus 300s, but yeah, it never hurts. Okay, so our other quarterback, now we're just going to zone in on Dak Prescott and what he's going to do.
Yeah, so the longest pass, as far as, one pass being longer than X amount of yards, it's only 38.5 yards. And I thought that was pretty low, to be honest with you. You have CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, who are both scooters. They can both run with the ball. And even Jake Ferguson, their tight end, I mean, he's a big dude. It's not like he's going to catch bombs or anything like that. But if you get him the ball down the field, in the middle of the field, I mean, he can run for a first down, especially when you have CD and Pickens on the outside. Ferguson, he's going to get a lot of looks on the inside. So I think 38.5 yards is too low. So that's, minus 114 at FanDuel. Give me over 38.5 yards, longest pass for Dak Prescott.
Beautiful. Okay, so we mentioned CD Lamb, wide receiver for the Cowboys. What's he going to do? What are we going to do here? What's happening? Let me know.
Yes, I'm going to stay on the train. I'm going over 83.5 yards for CD Lamb. It's not rocket science. I mean, he's going to have a big game. Pickens has been fantastic lately, so he might see a lot of double teams on the outside, leaving CD open, and CD can run with the ball. Vice versa. For Pickens, CD might see some double coverage, leaving Pickens open. So we're going to go over 80.5 for George Pickens as well. It's a little scary because it's over 160 yards, combined for both these two receivers. But I think the juice is worth the squeeze here. By the way, the juice is only minus 114. I think CD has a big game. I think Pickens has a big game. I think Dak has a big game. I think the Cowboys have a big game. And we are going over. We're going all in on that over. It's kind of like you were correlating all this stuff together, right? But I just think it's going to be a shootout, a barn burner up in Detroit. I think it's going to be a very exciting game. It sucks for the loser because they're probably out of the playoffs, but I do think it's going to be a very entertaining and high-octane offense.
I can't say I feel bad for the Lions. I mean, I am rooting for the Lions, but they kind of had a big shot last, against the Packers. That was like really that who's closer to the Bears moment for them. And there was a bet and they washed the sheets is what happened there. They had to wash sheets on that bed. Okay, so we're going to do a little recap, and then I'll let you know, Wes will let you know what his top shot of all these plays is, what his very favorite one is. But before we do that, do the recap and that, I just want to introduce you guys to Wes. If you guys are NFL sports bettors, which I would I'm a betting chick, and I would bet that you are because you're watching this NFL video right now. Check out the bottom ticker there. Sniper West is number 1 on the NFL leaderboard over the last 30 days. So this is your numero uno dude right here. And you can find all of his premium picks over at picksandparlays.net. Right here. Wes, tell them what you're a high volume bettor. Tell them the kind of stuff they're going to find when they get there.
Well, you're going to find every single sport, every major sport that's going on right now, including UFC, college basketball, NBA, hockey, NFL, and college football. And I think that's pretty much it. There's nothing else going right now. I know CFL just ended. So, yeah, high volume. You will get a lot of selections if you want to test drive me for 3 days or a week. And, NFL is going fantastic. I can't complain. I'm having a great NFL season. And, hop on board. Picksandparlays.net, the number 1 sports consultant in the industry, might I add.
There it is. All right. So let's do a quick little recap. And then you can let us know what your top shot is. All right, Sniper. So we are going to take a shot at the full game over 54.5. Dak Prescott and Jared Goff combined for over 550 passing yards. We're talking Cowboys quarterback Dak, longest pass over 38.5 yard. We got yards. We got wide receiver CD Lamb. He's going to go over 83.5 receiving yards. And then George Pickens is going to go over 80.5 receiving yards. So that is what we've got going on here. Now, which one is your favorite?
Let's go Dak over the 38.5 longest pass. Okay. I'll tell you why. First of all, this play can hit on any given snap that Dak takes, right? Which makes it makes it very exciting. I mean, it could happen at any given moment. And not only that, it can happen whether he's having a terrible game. I mean, I could be completely wrong. This game can go under. He can go under. None of the props hit, and all of a sudden he throws a 40-yard pass at the end of the game. You know what I mean? And we win. So, yeah, I'll take Dak over 38.5 passing yards.
All right. That's your number 1 bet, guys. Don't forget, check out Sniper Wes's premium plays. Right here at picksandparlays.net. Don't forget, guys, also give us a follow. Right there, ticking at the bottom, it's at Picks Parlays. Follow on YouTube, follow on X, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. That's all for us. Good luck, everybody. Thanks, Wes.
Let's cash some tickets.
Boom. Let's cash some tickets.